I'm getting married in 2 weeks and I've completely finished the entire wedding planning process, so I wanted to share a few of the things that I struggled with during the wedding planning process. And I would say these are some of the things that I haven't heard anybody talk about. So if you're a bride, you are not alone. If you are soon to be bride, please pay attention. And if you are married, you probably went through some of this. Starting at the top, RSVPs. I was so unaware of how difficult the RSVP situation would be. Now, I'm a very type A girl, so I put on my website that you can RSVP at any time up until this specific date. I would say about 50% RSVP'd by the date. Mind blowing. I did this so that I can be on a timeline for myself, to have everything done, to have a seating chart, to have a final head count to give my venue. You have to rent tables and chairs literally by the head. You're paying per person. So I did this at a date that made sense for me to get all of the rest of those things done so that by the month of my wedding, I am not stressing about these things. I was literally chasing people to click the little tiny link that is in their messages and to click yes or no. I'm not the type of bride that would be upset if you can't make it. I totally understand all the situations possible. But all I asked was that you tell me yes or no. It makes it so much easier for us to know. But I would say this is my top contender because this drove me crazy. Next on the list, family opinions. I think I was very blessed with having both of our families allow us to go forward with all of our ideas and our non-traditional ideas. But it is also really hard hearing opinions from your family because you take it in so much deeper. It can be the simplest of things like your color scheme or a flower in your bouquets. It could be the color you chose for your bridesmaids or your groomsmen. It could be literally your food menu. We share everything with both of our families and we're very close with both of our families, so we are very blessed in that sense. But I do think it is a little bit easier when you keep it all to yourself. The third, budgeting everything. We actually did really well with our budget, I would say. But even if you are a good budgeter, I would literally tell you to plan for the unexpected. When I say that, you're probably not calculating all of the dresses that you're gonna be wearing, or all of the jewelry pieces, the shoes for him and her, paying for wedding dress appointments. The list will literally go on, but I promise you that you're not budgeting that in, and all of it adds up. Literally the simplest of things add up. Lastly, alterations. If you guys have been following along, you know that I had the hardest time with my dress alterations. This was not easy for me. I do have a previous video on this of how I feel about the dress alteration situation. If I could go back, I would definitely have a strappy back to where you can just corset and tie in. So if you want some air, you can let go. If you want it tighter, if you lose weight, all of the different things that come along with it, you never have to get that piece altered, but the hemming. And that is my list of things I struggled with. If I can give you any piece of advice, please do your best to enjoy the process. Anything that comes stressful, hold off on it, come back to it another day. You really want to enjoy this entire process of being a bride and planning your wedding. I know that I've looked forward to this day since I was like a little girl, and I would be really disappointed in myself if I've let these things get the best of me. Stay tuned and follow along for my wedding in 2 weeks.